You've seen examples of equations with radicals wherein there's only one radical expression. You've also had an equations with two radicals. Now, what if there are three radicals? It's like here. There are three sides. It's important to take note of this. If there is one side that is purely radical, then go ahead, square both sides. Do we have that one side with purely one radical? This one. This one is a sum of two radicals, so well, it's fine. But it's so important to look for any side with only one purely radical. This, right? So we can square both sides. It's gonna be a long solution here. It's gonna be a long solution here. What we can do is to expand this. Let's expand it. We have square root of x plus 1 plus square root of 3x multiplied by itself. How about this? The square of this one is simply 5x plus 1. All right, let's multiply. Square root of x plus 1 times square root of x plus 1. It's going to be square root of x plus 1 squared, but you will cancel that, right? It's going to be x plus 1 squared. That's the first term, okay? And then outer. It's going to be square root of 3x times x plus 1. And this, it's the same. It's going to be square root of 3x times x plus 1. And then last term, square root of 3x times square root of 3x. It's going to be square root of 3x quantity squared. That's equal to 5x plus 1. Notice that you can cancel this y, cancel this. And so you now have x plus 1. These are the same. You see that? Are the same, right? So 1 plus 1 is 2. Square root of 3x times the quantity x plus 1. And that's after that plus 3x equals 5x plus 1. Okay. Now, what's next? You combine like terms. Which are like terms here? X plus 3x is? All right, 4x plus 1. Just copy this. Copy that. And then we combine like terms here. Okay, let's get 4x to this side and 1 to this side. So what do we have? We have minus 4x, minus 4x, minus 1, minus 1. 0, 0. This one is just 2 times the square root of 3x times x plus 1 equals 5x minus 4x, x, 1 minus 1, 0. And then after that, this is what we'll do now. This is what we'll do. Our next step here is to square both sides, since we only have this one here, right? So square all right. By the way, I'm sorry about that. Let me do this way. This is 2 times square root of 3x times x plus 1 equals 4x. Although you can do this immediately, but I like that we do it in a different way. We can get rid of 2 here. All right, but this one is still correct. You square both sides, but I don't want to do that. I think this one is for me a lot easier. Oh, this one is not for x, it's gonna be x. All right, so we divide by 2. Divide by 2, cancel. You now have the square root of 3x times x plus 1 equals x over 2. Now that we have isolated the radicals, the radical equation, I mean expression, it's now time to square. Okay, so what's the square? It's simply your 3x times x plus 1. And how about this? X times x squared, 2 times 2, 4. So you have this x squared over 4. And then, wow, we're doing it. Yes, we're getting there. So we multiply this first, right? 3x times x. It's gonna be 3x squared, 3x times 1, 3x. That's equal to x squared over 4. Then our next step is to multiply, right? Both by 4. All right, so this is times 4. This is also times 4. 4 times 3x squared. It's gonna be 12x squared. 4 times 3x. Gonna be 12x. Then we'll cancel that. You have x squared. And then finally, to get rid of this, gonna be minus x squared minus x squared. So what do we have? 12x squared minus x squared. 11x squared plus 12x equals 0. Let's continue that. Need more paper. So we have 11x squared plus 12x equals 0. There are only 2 terms, but we can factor it, right? Using GCF. And that is, what's your factor here? 11, 12, do you have a GCF there? No. How about x squared and x? It is x. So you factor out x. And then what's inside? 11x squared divided by x is 11x. And 12x divided by x is 12. All right. So it's going to be 12 equals 0. Set its factor to 0. We have x equals 0 or x equals, oh, not x. So sorry about that. Going to be 11x plus 12 equals 0. We've already solved this. X equals 0. How about here? Gonna be minus 12 minus 12. 11x equals 0 minus 12 negative 12 divided by 11. X is negative 12 over 11. All right, so let us check both. Let us check x equals 0. This is the only solution, but let me prove it. Let me prove that to you. This one is not a solution. Only 0 is a solution, but let's prove that. Okay, so what's the original equation? The original equation is, all right, the square root of x plus 1. Oh, I should not extend that. Okay, plus square root of 3x. It's equal to square root of 5x plus 1. Okay, 0 is your x, right? So 0 plus 1 plus 3 times 0. 5 times 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 here, 1. 3 times 0, 0. 5 times 0, 0. 0 plus 1. Square root of 1 here. Okay, square root of 1 is 1 plus 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 0, square root of 1. All right, so it is correct. All right, I will not be proving this. It's up to you to prove it. But I'm saying this one is not a solution. It's only your x equals 0.